"Hey, move back," barked the sentinel, throat tight, as the tourist lunged across the velvet rope. Ivo froze mid-step, sandals squeaking on the polished marble floor. The rope shimmered between him and the alabaster sarcophagus. Behind him stood the guard, tall, rigid, rifle slung, face carved from stone. "You can't go there," the guard said, voice low but forged from steel. Ivo's grin flickered. "I just want a photo," he muttered, stepping forward before the guard could do more than inhale. Suddenly, the guard's hand snapped up, palm flat, stopping Ivo inches from the sacred line. "Sir, you will step back," he said. No shouting, no anger, but the silence behind his voice was deafening. Tourists gasped. One phone clicked, but no one else moved. The air thickened. "We respect this place," the guard said, the firmness in his tone cutting through the tension. Ivo blinked, confused, embarrassed. He hesitated, then took a small step back. The guard didn't gloat. He didn't flinch. He simply turned, resumed his slow, precise march, every step a testament. The crowd exhaled. Whispers flitted through the air, but no one else dared cross the rope, not after that. Because somehow, without raising his voice, without laying a hand, that guard had made one thing clear. This wasn't a tourist stop. It was sacred ground. A week earlier, that same guard, Corporal Martinez, had stood at dawn in a cold rainstorm, walking the black mat in front of the tomb. Wind whipped through the plaza, rainwater pooling in his boots, but Martinez didn't stop. He didn't falter. 21 steps, 21 seconds, heel click, turn. Again and again. Because the guard's duty wasn't to comfort, it was to honor. He'd grown up in a small Arizona town where his father cleaned a dusty museum filled with old war gear. But to Martinez, each uniform, each rusted medal, was a whisper of someone who had given everything. As a boy, he would press his nose to the glass and stare at the tag, "Unknown Soldier, Korean War," and wonder, who was he? What was his name? Did his mother ever stop waiting at the window? That question lived in him long after he joined the army, long after he volunteered for this sacred post. The badge he wore wasn't decorative, it was a vow. Back in the present, the tourist stood awkwardly. "Excuse me," he said softly. He trailed off, raising his camera sheepishly. Martinez turned. His eyes weren't cold, just firm. "Behind the rope," he said. "It's not to keep you out, it's to keep them honored." Ivo nodded, this time with understanding. He stepped behind the line and lowered his lens. Martinez, still rigid, turned slightly and offered the slightest nod. It wasn't approval, it was respect returned, for respect shown. What no one saw, what wasn't captured on camera, was what happened earlier that morning. An elderly veteran, frail, cane trembling, had approached the tomb. "My brother's here," he whispered. Martinez had broken formation. Not with noise, but with grace. He stepped aside and allowed the man to walk slowly, painfully to the rope. No rush, no impatience, just quiet dignity. Martinez knew. This wasn't protocol, this was humanity. That moment echoed later when the disrespectful tourist tried to break the line, because Martinez wasn't just guarding a tomb. He was guarding stories, the kind too heavy for headstones. The kind that never made it home, and when Ivo realized that, truly understood it, he didn't just step back. He sat down, phone away, eyes forward. As the sun dipped below the marble steps, the final changing of the guard began. Taps played softly in the background. Martinez saluted, pivoted, and walked his final watch for the day. Every move was perfection, discipline, devotion. Ivo watched, still silent, and when the guard passed, Ivo whispered, "Thank you." Boundaries aren't fences, they're reminders. Lines drawn not in tape, but in blood and sacrifice. Honor isn't loud, it's patient, it's unwavering. And sometimes the strongest men are the ones who stand still, so the forgotten are never truly lost. We'd love to know where you're joining us from. Comment your city or country below. It means so much to see how this community stretches across the world. If this story made you think, smile, or reflect, show some love by liking the video and telling us what part spoke to you. And make sure to subscribe. We're growing something beautiful here, and you are a part of it.